One of the questions I've been asked a lot lately is, Chris, what's the difference between AI agents and AI automation? And I'm gonna walk in and kind of show you some differences here in just a minute. But here's what I want you to think of with an AI agent. Think about this. Think about something doing one thing at a time. You might even call it robotic process automation. So an AI automation could do fill out a spreadsheet, then go to your CRM or put something in your CRM. You see it's doing it one step after another. However, with automation, with the AI agent though, you could go to the agent, it could do multiple things at once. Let me show you on a walkthrough really what the difference is here.
All right, everyone. So today, we're talking about the difference between AI automation and an AI agent. Like when you think about automation or a workflow, what I want you to think about before we get into any of that is let's go back to our framework, which is solving problems, removing frictions, improving the customer experience, and improving the employee experience. So, in doing that, whether it's AI automation, regular automation, an AI agent, what is the goal here? What is it we're trying to solve? And I'm going to use this as an example with our flood insurance company. When deals come in, many times we're missing information. It might be square footage. It might be the year built. It might be the foundation type, elevation, whatever. So what happens is we may go back and forth with the customer a couple of days, lose a deal because we can't get the information we need, because we can't get in touch with them, or our team may have to go and search this information, take an extra 30, 45 minutes to collect that data, really slowing down the deal. So in looking at this problem, this friction that I wanted to remove, I was like, how do we speed this up? How do we improve the customer experience and the employee experience? So what I built here is an AI agent. Remember, when we're looking at AI automation compared to AI agents, AI automation, think about like input, output. You're telling it to do certain things like, hey, you have a missing field, go and call an API and pull that back in. That might be an automation. But with an AI agent, it's actually going and thinking for us, and adapting and kind of figuring some of these things out on its own. As you can see with the different things here, where we've got it doing multiple things at one time. With a traditional AI automation workflow, you may have it doing just one thing at a time. So this is some of the differences here when we're looking at AI agents and AI automations and how we're actually using this inside the insurance agency. Now, let's actually go over it. I'm actually going to show you how I built something like this and actually how easy you can build it as well. All right. I'm using Manus here. The reason I'm using Manus is it's built on Claude. I prefer Claude when it comes to things like coding and things like this. You can use Claude directly. Manus is my playground. I use it for a lot of different things. But here you can kind of see the prompts that I started by giving it. And I told it, what the problem was I was trying to solve, what the friction I had was. And we went back and forth for a while, and we actually had to make some adjustments here. And you can see the requirements that it kept asking me. It told me what it was going to do, and it started thinking. Look, Manus takes a while because it's doing a little deeper research. And it's going through and building this lead enrichment agent for me. It identified the industry that I was in. And I continued to go back and forth and kind of tweak it a little bit. And look, I could have gone in N8N and manually done this probably, and it would have taken me a lot longer. But as I went back and forth and worked on it with Manus, and if you're not using Manus, I highly recommend it. We've been using it almost for about a year now. Really love it. We do use the paid version. There is a free version. But now you can see the things that it completed. Originally, it gave me a diagram. This didn't work. We had to go a little bit deeper here. As you can see my prompt. And if you're in our private community, I will also include the standard operating procedures of exactly how I did this. So you can do the same thing. Or if you want us to help you with it, we can do that as well. And you see how easy now it is just to simply import these workflows and the step-by-step guide and the key features and everything that it went through. Even the cost optimization, what it may cost me to pull these APIs and these things like this. Look, originally we were using an access token with a private app with HubSpot. We moved it over to to a call to action instead because it was a little bit easier to get the information. And once we had everything we needed, as you can see right here, it told me what the next steps were. And you can even see the issues I was having with the client ID and the access token. And once we went back and forth and kind of agreed on what we needed to pull, and look, I was asking the detailed questions here because I wanted you to be able to see, hey, keep asking it more and more questions as I'm working on N8N to build this. It told me exactly what the client ID, the token was, and all that stuff. We were using an HTTP request to get the information. Then we were doing a webhook. And then what I did is I went here, copied this, hit paste into N8N when I went to create a workflow, paste it, and then I went and just set up my different credentials. So that's exactly how I am using AI automation and AI agents inside our insurance agency. So I hope this video has been valuable for you, though, and you can see some areas where you might be able to save some time, save some money, create a better employee experience, a better customer experience. Remember, focus on those problems, focus on those frictions, and focus on the customer journey and the customer experience. I'm Chris with Knit Your Business, and here in the Artificial Intelligence for Insurance Agencies YouTube channel. Remember, don't forget to share, subscribe, and like the channel below.